honestly, when I was in prison, I didn't want visits.
Right.
Because I didn't want people to see me at that. When I was in prison, I felt that was my lowest. That was the lowest of the lows for me.
Well, a home invasion in Glen Burnie has 3 men behind bars tonight. Around 7 o'clock last night on the 200 block of Vernon Avenue, 3 men knocked on a door. Police say they were Antonio Dion. The residents recognized one of the men and invited him in. The other 2 stayed outside.
And while they're inside, the other 2 started breaking windows, broke the door down, came inside and assaulted one of the residents in the home.
The suspects apparently ran off on foot with the help of a police helicopter. All 3 were caught and arrested.
Telling you when to use the bathroom, somebody telling you when you can call your family, telling you certain days you can visit and all this stuff. So that's why I was, I always consider myself a black sheep of the family.
Police arrested 3 men in connection to a Monday evening home invasion. Now, Dean Simpson all face a number of charges. Police say the 3 forced their way into a Glen Burnie home after a verbal confrontation. Officers say the 3 fled the area on foot but were arrested. Katie Johnston for WKZ.com.
So he was incarcerated. Can you give us last time he was incarcerated? What?
The last time, if I'm not mistaken, I was incarcerated on home invasion.
Home invasion.
Yes. In my hood, we grew up. They say when you in Rome, do as the Romans do. So growing up in my hood, we hung around a bunch of the old cats, the OGs, brothers, what we would call them. And man, they was robbing, so we started robbing. Ain't really nothing, and make it so bad. I don't even want to say make it so bad. We never really had, we never really wore face masks. We just used to. It is crazy now that I think about it, bro. It's crazy, man. My life is a miracle, for me to even be alive, to be able to tell you some of the stories that we're about to talk about, because you just don't make it out in some of them neighborhoods that I was in. A lot of the hoods that I grew up in, I was reared in, and, you don't come back from that stuff. I know for a fact I've seen and witnessed so much stuff, man.
Now I see you just talking about you had a stroke and they say you would never walk again. Can you elaborate? Tell us more about that.
Well, when you're in the streets, it begins to take a toll on you. Stress, your life, everything in shambles, and I had a stroke October the 11th of 2022, man. They said I'd never walk again. Body don't move the same, but it's all good, man. To God be the glory. I'm alive, I'm well, I got the activities of my limbs. Yeah, I was using drugs excessively, man. When I mean excessively, more than average, alcohol, weed, but yeah, and it was a host of stuff that made me have that stroke. Like I said, my life, I was up at one point in my life, and then just to see everything go in a downward spiral, it'll take a toll on you. When you're used to having stuff, when and I know a lot of my people that know me, material stuff it's not important to me, because I've had so many material things in my life, something that nobody else would consider anything. But when I sit back and I think about it, it's like, oh wow, I spent a lot of money doing this, I spent a lot of money doing that, I spent a lot of money doing this. So
anything that you actually must say on this right here, man?
Yeah, that I've changed for the better, for my health, for my family, my priorities. and just, you know, just having a sense of integrity, wanting so badly for integrity to be a part of my life.
About you get ready to be a granddad, ain't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, man. If somebody was to watch this, a younger person, and they was caught up in the system, or they was dealing with drugs, or came out of a dysfunctional family, dysfunctional background, trying to rise above that, what words could you give them? Especially if, say, their record was messed up.
Find God. That's all I can tell you.
Say, find God.
Yeah. Find God.
Right. Why you seem so emotional right now, man?
It's the effects from the medicine. When you know you want to do something and you know you can't do it, and you can't do it, they make you look at life through a whole different lens.
You said when you know you can do it, but you say it again.
When you want to do something,
Right.
and you know you can't do it,
Right.
you know you've been doing it.
Right.
So this is where a lot of stuff stems from. You know, when you just picture yourself laying in the hospital, unconscious, not knowing what's going on, and you know, everybody trying to get in touch with your closest to kin. And by this time, I pretty much, like, I ain't gonna say I turned my back on my family. I don't think I ever really turned my back on my family. I just kind of like shunned people away so I could find myself. That's the reason why I was moving around from place to place and just trying to find myself. And what was you asking about?
About, you know, just, you know, why you know, you see you tearing up, man, getting emotional about everything. So you say, you know, when you know you can do some things.
It's the effects. It's the effects. It's the after effect from the medicine.
Right.
And
what kind of medicine that they put you on?
Oh man, there's so many names I can't even name. But
just from the stroke alone, the medicine?
Just from the stroke alone.
Right.
So me having a stroke, my primary care physician said I'm more prone now to having seizures and stuff like this. And so now I step lightly, man. I talk lightly. I was always a hyper kid coming up. So, you know, doctors prescribe me Ritalin. It's just a lot, man, when you know you can do something. And I don't know if it's God humbling me. I don't know if at the time I felt like God was picking on me or something, you know. I couldn't figure it out. But I know it affects you mentally when you can't do something physically that you normally would do, like every day. So it's a real thing, man.
So you say your family, you shun your family away, but you have anybody in your corner at all?
Yeah, I had people in my corner. But I didn't want them to see me at this state. Yeah, my name is Twin NC. NC Twin is all the same, aka the seat of the righteous. I got locked up. I first started doing biz 1998, going back and forth to prison, jail, training school, group home, detention centers, you know, all the above. And I just started moving around, man. I moved up north from Philly to Jersey to DC to Baltimore to New York. And you know, I just had a lot of trials, man, tribulation. I had a lot of it in my life. I was traveling, you know, doing the radio station.
He was a musician. Pretty much everybody in my family was singers. You know, we had our own little family choir.
When I say doing the radio station, I actually was on the air on the radio station. And from there, it just, I don't know.
Father, he was a musician. Pretty much everybody in my family was.
Because that's something that we was learned. We was taught, like, being a black sheep. It was kind of acceptable in my family because my mother always considered herself a black sheep. And they say the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So that's something that I was holding on with, and I wore it on my sleeve. Yeah, I'm the black sheep of my family, and it was okay. It was cool then. And then I started. I had kids, man, and that just changed everything for me. It made me move different. And the fact that God gave me daughters, I looked at like, yo, you know what? Now I can see women in a whole different light. Got a whole different perception of women. All women, my grandmothers, my aunts, my female cousins. But for the record, what I would tell somebody that's in that revolving door of their life and just that seem they can't get right. First and foremost, I would tell you to find God. Find God. Whatever God is to you, find Him. There's a scripture that says, he who seeks me, he finds me, or something. I'm paraphrasing it. But it says, if you seek me wholeheartedly, that's when you find me. And the thing about finding God is that whatever He is to you, that's all that matters. If He's that to you, then be sincere. Be sincere when you speak to Him. Be sincere when you pray to Him. Be sincere when showing gratitude and being grateful. Be sincere with all of that, because if it's what you find is that's God to you, and you're sincere in your heart and what you say, the Creator knows that. He created you, He knows all your flaws, He knows everything. And that's what I would say, man. Just find God. And then when you find God, everything will begin to change. That's it.